Hi everyone, this is Space Toad. Today I'm going to show you the official tutorial of the new BuildCraft release, which is called 3.0.0. This is going to be an alpha release. It's not even a beta. There is likely to be a lot of bugs, a lot of problems in this release, but if you want to try it out, you can download it from the official BuildCraft website. Also, it's going to be single player only for now. It's going to stay single player as long as it's in the alpha mode. So if you want to play BuildCraft in multiplayer mode, you'll have to stick to 2.2.x. But anyway, without further ado, let's get started and see the new features of this mode. So, as you may have seen from the preview a couple of days ago, this is mainly going to be about gate, logics and wiring pipes. However, to create these new items, we're going to need some new components, some new machines, mainly assembly table. That is going to be the only object able to craft these advanced devices. So, as you may expect, this is going to be quite an expensive thing to do. To create an assembly table, you're going to need obsidian and place it this way along the sides, then one diamond gear, one diamond, and one piece of redstone, and this creates an assembly table. Now the issue is that assembly table, they are not autonomous. They require some laser to work on them and to craft the various devices. So I'm going to have to craft lasers as well. To craft a laser, I need obsidian again, I need 2 pieces of diamond, I need to surround the diamond with redstone. This creates a laser. And actually, you're likely to need a couple of lasers for one table if you want to get the most of it. So let's craft a few more here. Okay, so that should be 3 extra lasers. It's good enough. I'm going to get some power pipes. Oh, conductive pipes are there. Actually, let me deactivate the sound just in case. Okay, back to game. So to use these things, first I need to place this table somewhere. Let's place it here. How many? Yep, here's good. So this is a assembly table, and if I click on it, I'm going to have here on the left hand side an inventory of various material used to craft items. Here I'm going to be able to select what I want to craft, and this thing in the middle shows the advancement of the crafting. Let's get some items. All of these things are going to be used for the crafting process. The first thing that I'm going to craft is a gate. A gate is a device that is able to react to various events in the game. So to create a gate, I'm going to need these chipsets here. So to craft a chipset, I need just redstone. So let me get rid of too many items here. And as you can see here, I've got the output of the recipe that came out automatically, and clicking on it will order the table to start crafting it. However, now this table is off. I'm going to need to have lasers operating it. So this is this thing that I've created here. Let's place them here, like 3 lasers. And lasers, as you may expect, operate out of energy. I'm just connecting the lasers on the pipe system. There is a a system factory a little bit further, and now you can see that power came and operates the laser. Now you may notice that the color changes over time. It depends on the amount of power that the laser is able to send to the table. The red color is the less powerful, and then it goes up to blue, which is the most powerful. So now it seems like we are between green and yellow, which is about average. If I add another laser here, it may decrease. Yep. See, now everything is only yellow. So which means that I will need additional power to operate this laser in a better way, in the optimum. But anyway, now that I have this setting, I can see in the table here that these chipsets are being crafted. And when it's done, there is either a chest or a pipe next to it, or it's going to throw the item away. So the chipset is the first basic thing. Now if I add the chipset in the input, I'm going to be able to craft a gate. One important thing with this gate is that it is possible to craft several items one after the other. So if I click on the gate here, you can see that the chipset is still selected in this bright red color, and the gate is selected in a darker red color. That means that the gate will be crafted after the chipset, and then the chipset will be crafted again, and so on and so forth. Let's deselect the chipset. Actually, I don't want to craft it, and the gate is going to come at some point. I won't wait for the entire crafting to happen, because that takes a while. Just to show you the other thing that can be crafted, if I remove this, as you can see, there's nothing selected here. The laser stopped. I can go back here and craft various kind of chipset depending on the material. With iron, I'm going to craft a redstone iron chipset. Gold, which I don't have with me. Let's bring back to me item. Gold will allow me to craft a golden chipset, and diamond will allow to craft diamond chipset. Now these all four things allow me to craft different level of gates. I come to that a little bit later. Before, I want to show wire. So wire is special kind of cables that can be placed on pipes. We'll see what they are used for in a little while, but to craft them, what you need is redstone and one dye, the dye of the color of the wire that you want to craft. So rose red will allow to craft red wire, and actually we need one iron ingot as well. You can see that the pipe wire appeared here. With lapis lazuli, you're going to be able to craft blue wire. Cactus green will craft green, and bandilo yellow will help to craft yellow wire. And I can just click on them. And as you can see, it's a lot faster to craft wires than chipsets. Anyway, now the wires are important because they are going to be required to craft the additional gates, the latest gates. So let's carry on with the recipes so that we're done with it. We can craft gold gates, but for gold gates I'm going to need some wiring, and that creates gold gates. And if I want diamond gates, I will need to have diamond chipsets. Let's remove this guy, and I'm going to need all kind of wires as well, and this allow me to have diamond gates. And I think that's pretty much it for the recipe. We've seen how to make everything in this series of BuildCraft. Now let's have a look at what's the use of all of this, and activate some crafting and just to make use of this thing. Yeah, it takes a little while to activate the lasers, but once they are activated, they will carry on crafting as long as they have power. And oh, it's already late. Can I sleep? Yes. Okay, so we talked about wiring. One of the reasons why it's useful is to carry signal on the pipes. Here, for instance, I've got this lever, and I would like to activate all of these engines upon this lever activation. The old way of doing that is to wire through redstone, but now I'm just going to use pipe wires, hoping that I've got enough here. 16 might not be enough actually. Let's get some more. Yeah, I don't need so much. It's better. Okay, so I've got 64. I'm going to wire from there up until all of these gates here. Now what I've used here is golden gates, more precisely golden AND gates. I actually need an additional one at the beginning of the circuit. There we go. Creating gate here. So what I'm going to say is, clicking on this gate, I'm going to say if there is a redstone signal coming on this pipe, then send a red pipe signal. You can see if I activate this, the signal changes, and if I deactivate, it goes off again. Now what I will say on these guys here is that if there is a redstone signal, a red wire signal rather, then send a redstone signal. I'm going to say the same thing for all of the three of them. Now, if I activate this thing, you can see that redstone has been sent to all of these chests, and they are extracting items from the chests. So that's one of the potential usage of all of this machinery, transferring signal through pipes from one end of the network to the other. I've used here golden gates, which are quite advanced. Let's see what others do. This pipe, I've got all kind of gates here. So the simple gate, the cheapest one, just has one input and one output, and they can't interact with wire. If I click, I can detect various events, so redstone signal as well as pipe events, but I cannot interact with these four wires here. Now on the iron gates, I'm going to have two places, and I can actually combine them through AND or OR logic, and I'll show the logic a little bit later. However, as for the simple single gate, I cannot interact with signal. Now on the golden gates, I'm going to be able to interact with two signals, that is to say either the red signal or the blue signal. That's it. And there are four 4 slots for combining events. And finally, on diamond gate, I have full capacity of interaction, so I can interact with all of the signals, and I have 8 slots to perform the circuitry. You may notice this second column here, which is present only on golden and diamond gates. This second column is for the parameter, and we'll see in a little while what we can do out of it. Let's study a bit in more detail this AND and OR logic first. If I go here, I have this OR gate which says send a redstone signal if there is a red or a blue pipe wire, and this second one here, which is an AND gate, which says send a redstone signal if there is a red and a blue signal on the wire. So here, for instance, if I activate one of the two ANDs, this is going to activate the redstone. If I activate both, it's working as well, and this thing is off only if no signal comes in. While on the second one, if I activate one or the other by itself, I don't get redstone signal. I need to have both of them at the same time to activate the signal. So that's the meaning of this OR and gate. That's the difference between the two, which allow to design complicated mechanism and logics. Let's carry on. Let's see in some more details the events that you can use to interact with the environment. I've placed a couple of golden gates here, and this is OR golden gate, and this is interacting with a liquid inventory that is next to it. And if I click here, I can browse through the various events that are available. So here I'm saying that I am sending a redstone signal if there is liquid in a nearby tank. Now there is none here at the moment, but I'm going to add some very shortly. Let me just grab my bucket of water. Can never find these things. Where is... oh, there. Cool. Now here I've got another one which is interacting with the pipe, and this says that if there is liquid traversing, and if this is this bucket of gas, of fuel, then send a redstone signal. Same way here, I'm saying that if there is liquid traversing and this is lava, then send a redstone signal. So this second place here is the parameter which may relate to the event. I can change it by just clicking on it with an item, and here I've said send a redstone signal if there is liquid traversing and this liquid is water. You can see if I had liquid now in this tank, it triggers automatically this thing since there is liquid in the tank, and it triggers only the second gate which has this thing activated here. The first one isn't activated. If I remove the parameter, I'm saying that if there is any liquid traversing, activate the redstone signal, and this activates the gate here. That's first kind of event. There are others. Obviously you can react to various redstone signal and pipe wire signal. In here I'm going to react to the content on the chest. I can check if the inventory is empty, meaning if the chest is empty. Check if there are any item in the chest, which is the case, there are items. Check if there is space. So in this case there is no space available in my chest, I can ask something more precise than that and ask, is there space available for a given object? So if I had cobblestone here, even if there is no empty spot per se, there is going to be space for this piece of cobblestone in the chest. And I can ask if the inventory is full, which is the case here. So that's ways to interact with chests. You can interact with engines as well, and here I'm asking to send a redstone signal if the engine is blue, green or yellow. Here I'm interacting with the power state and I'm sending a redstone signal if there is power traversing through the pipe. And finally here I am interacting with a machine, and pretty much all machines have these triggers activated, and if the machine is on, that is to say is the machine have something to do, then I'm sending the redstone signal. And that is night again. So let's go to sleep. I think you saw pretty much everything on this new version. So as you can see, there is a lot of things that have been added, and there is going to be a lot of adjustments to get everything working. But just before leaving, I want to show you some advanced machinery over here. You can see that there are an installation where a bunch of lasers are crafting on different tables, and they switch from one table to the other randomly so that it's evenly distributed on the tables. And these things are actually crafting advanced things. I'm going there. You can see that I'm crafting gold iron gate here, and probably even more complicated stuff on this table here. Yeah, it's an iron and a diamond gate. Alright, so I think this is it. We're done for this BuildCraft tutorial. Thanks very much for having watched the video. If you have any question on this, don't hesitate to post on the BuildCraft forums. Might do some other tutorial about this in future, but for now, thanks again. Bye bye.